Hello everyone. I am Pratibha Prabhugaonkar, Assistant Professor at Dempe College of Arts and Science, Miramar, Panji, Goa. This module is for first year's BSc Botany students. The course code is BOC 102 and course title is Biodiversity 2, that is Vascular Plants. Title of the unit is Botanical Nomenclature. And name of the module is Valid Publication and Rejection of Names. In this module, we are going to study valid publication and rejection of names. At the end of this module, you will be able to explain about valid publication and explain about the rejection of names. Coming to the topic valid publication. Publication becomes effective by distribution in a printed form, which can be through a sale, exchange, or a gift to a general public or at least to the botanical institutions. On or after 1st January 1953, it is considered effectively published only if it carries a statement of its publication or an internal evidence. For example, a journal should have a ISSN number. ISSN stands for International Standard Serial Number. Or if it is published in a book, book should have a ISBN number, that is International Standard Book Number. Publication of handwritten material is also considered as valid if it is reproduced by some mechanical or graphic processes such as lithography, offset printing or metallic etching before 1st January 1953. Electronic material in portable document format that is PDF is in an online publication is effective on or after 1st January 2012. Online meaning accessible electronically via the World Wide Web. A name of a new taxon which is published on or after 1st January 1996 must be accompanied by either a Latin or an English description. That is, name should be always accompanied by a description. It may be Latin description or English description. For groups originally which were not covered by ICBN, code accept them as validly published if they meet the requirements of Botanical Code. During 16th International Botanical Congress, it was decided that a new name have to be registered in order to validly published, and it was after 1st January 2000. That means a name has to be first registered before publication. Like in case of fungi, they have a database where the name is recorded, and that database is called as Mycobank. Publication of rank of family or below on or after 1st January 1958 is not considered valid if type is not indicated. Type is a herbarium specimen which is associated with the name. So if type is not indicated, the publication of name is not considered as valid. Name below the rank of a genus is not validly published unless the name of the genus or the species to which it is assigned is validly published. Coming to the next topic, rejection of name. Process of selecting the correct name for a taxon involves identification of illegitimate name. A legitimate name must not be just rejected merely because the name or its epithet is an inappropriate, or if it is disagreeable, or because another name is preferable over that name, or just because it has lost its original meaning. Like for example, the name Scilla peruviana cannot be rejected just because if it is not growing in Peru. Any one or more of the following situations can lead to the rejection of name. The first one is nomen nudum. Name without any description is rejected. When a name is published, it has to be always accompanied with description. It may be a Latin description or an English description. So name without descriptions are rejected. Many names which were published by a scientist, Wallich, in his catalogue, which was published in 1812, were without description, and they were considered as nomen nudum, and these names were rejected. And later on, these names were validated by giving descriptions by some other authors. For example, the name Cerasus cornuta, which was published in this catalogue, was rejected because it was nomen nudum, and later on this name was validated by the author Royal by providing description. Name which is not effectively published, not properly formulated, if it is lacking typification, or if it is without Latin diagnosis, are rejected. Before 2012, Latin diagnoses were mandatory. But after 2012, name is accepted even if Latin diagnosis is not provided. The next is tautonyms. Botanical nomenclature does not allow tautonyms. In tautonyms, the words are exactly same. The generic name and the species name consist of similar words. So we can see in tautonyms the words are exactly identical. So that is why the Cajanus Cajan or the Sesbania Sesban are not tautonyms, because the words are not exactly same, and that is why these two names are legitimate. Repetition of specific epithet in infraspecific epithet does not constitute tautonym. For example, Acacia nilotica, subspecies nilotica. Though the nilotica is repeated, this does not constitute tautonyms, and hence this name is legitimate. Next is later homonym. If a name which is already existing is given to another taxon once again, then the later homonym is rejected. For example, Gigipus jujuba had long been used as a correct name for cultivated fruits, that is jujube. This was later on ascertained to be a later homonym of a related species of Gigipus jujuba. So binomial Gigipus jujuba is thus rejected, and jujube are correctly named as Gigipus mauritiana. Later isonym. When the same name based on same type published independently at different times by different authors, the earliest of these names, it becomes a isonym. And this isonym has nomenclatural status. And the name which is published at later date becomes later isonyms. And later isonyms are rejected. For example, Baker in 1892 and Christensen in 1905 independently published the name Alsophylla kalberi as a substitute for Alsophylla podophylla. Now the name which was published by Baker is earlier isonym, so it is accepted, and the name published by Christensen in 1905 becomes later isonym. So later isonym is rejected. Nomen superfluum. A name is illegitimate and must be rejected when it was nomenclaturally superfluous when published. For example, Phaiscium natans was transferred from Phaiscium to another genus, that is Vallisneria. Now, according to rules of botanical nomenclature, the epithet has to be retained. when a genus is transferred or when a species is transferred from one genus to another genus, the specific epithet has to be retained. But another author, that is Jesue, he used the name Vallisneria faecium. So this name became superfluous and such names are rejected. It should have been Vallisneria natans. So later on, another author, that is Hara, he published a name Vallisneria natans. Nomen ambiguum. Name is rejected if it is used in different sense by different authors. For example, Rosa villosa is rejected because it has been applied to several different species and has become a source of error. Nomen confusum. Name is rejected if it is based on a type which is consisting of two or more different entity or different elements, so that it is difficult to select a satisfactory lectotype. For example, the characters of the genus Actinotynus were derived from two different genera, that is Viburnum and Aeschylus, owing to the insertion of inflorescence of one genus, that is Viburnum, in the terminal bud of another genus, Aeschylus. So this name Actinotynus must be therefore rejected. Nomen dubium. Name is rejected if it is dubious, that is, if it is of uncertain application because it is impossible to establish a taxon to which it should be referred. The Linnaeus in 1753, he attributed the name Rhinanthus christagalli to a group of several varieties, which he later described under separate names. So, the another author, that is Schwarz, in 1939, he listed all these names as nomen dubium and the names were finally rejected. Name based on monstrosity. Name must be rejected if it is based on a monstrosity. For example, the generic name Europadium was based on monstrosity of the species, which is now referred as Phragmidium caudatum. So the name Europadium, which was based on monstrosity, was rejected. This is the reference which I used. Thank you.